In this presentation, let's look into the union exploitation technique. So with the help of union operator and the order by clause, an attacker is able to dump the entire database from the web application, which is vulnerable to SQL injection. So the union operator is used to combine the results from the multiple select statements into a single result set. So the rules needed to be followed in order to use the union would be that the number of columns should be same in all select statements. The column should have the same data type. So the example SQL query for this would be as given here: select ID comma name from users union select ID comma name from moderators. So considering the query from the previous slide, we were able to see that the union is able to combine both the select statements. So in this case, that is the select ID comma name from users and the select ID comma name from moderators. So the result would be given as shown in the below diagram. So the order by clause allows us to display the results in a sorted order, so either in ascending or in the descending order. So the syntax for this would be the select statement followed by the order by column name. So example for this would be select star from users order by name. So this would arrange the output in an ascending order with respect to the column name. So we can also specify the column number instead of the column name. So in this case, we see the select star from users order by 2. So wherein it would take the column number 2, that is the name again here. So as we can see in the result given there. So coming to the information schema generally stores the information about all the other databases that the MySQL server maintains. So getting information from the information schema database. So here we see how to get the list of all the tables in all databases maintained by MySQL. So the query for this would be select star from information underscore schema dot tables. So here in the image given below, we could see the database names, the tables available in the databases. So listing only tables of currently selected databases is possible from the given SQL query. So we have select table name from information underscore schema dot tables, where table schema is equals to database. So this would list only tables of currently selected database. So here we see to getting the list of all the columns in all the tables. So as we could see in this image, so let us see how the MySQL query for this is going to be. So listing only the columns of a specific table. So the MySQL statement for this would be select column name from the information schema dot columns, where the table name is equals to users. So in this, the table name that we are going to be selecting would be the users. So the result found would be as shown in the below image. So let's go ahead and look into a demo application on this. So from the presentation tier, we have here we have a page that displays different post contents based on a given ID. When the ID is equal to 1, it displays the following content as shown in the image, and when the ID is equal to 2, it displays the following content that is shown in the image below. So let us see the PHP backend code of how this thing actually works. So the application tier, the PHP code of this page would be, so here we have a SQL query that is select star from posts, where the post ID is taken in from the ID value there, ID parameter there, from using the get method, and this is stored in the variable called results, $result, and there is a check that happens if the number of rows in the result is greater than 0. It would fetch and it would give out the output, and it would print out the output on the page. And now at the data tier, as we can see here, that the post table has got 4 different columns, that is the post ID, the contents, the title and the user. So now let's go ahead and look into the exploitation of this. So getting to the exploitation part, so let's go ahead now. So as we already know that the union operator only works if the number of columns are equal. So we need to find the number of columns that is currently being selected. To achieve that, we will be using order by clause. So as we could see here, the flow chart, so we start and we see the URL, and wherein we have example.com/posts id equals 2, and wherein we give the value x equals 1. So change the id value to 2, order by x. If we are getting unknown column error messages, then the number of columns would be x minus 1, or else it is going to be x equals x plus 1, and the same again, the change id value to order by x is going to be repeated. So this will be going on until we get to know the number of columns that are present. So let us see this in the application itself. So finding the number of columns, so we give first try with the order by 1. We didn't get any error. Then we try with the order by 2. Then we keep on trying until we get the error as unknown column. So we got it for the order by 5. So when we try to send the order by 5 query, we are getting unknown column error message. So this it indicates results of the select statement has only 4 columns. So now let's use the unions to execute our own select statements. So let's append the union select 1, 2, till the value of x to the id value. Here the x is the number of columns. So as we could see, that is given in the image below. So as to get the MySQL username, we're going to replace the value number 3 with the user, so as to get the MySQL username. And going further, to get the current database name, we would replace that with the database. To get the list of the tables, we would go ahead and give this input, that is the group underscore concat of table name, and after the value 4 there, we give in the from the information schema dot tables, where the table schema is going to be equal to the database. So after this, we would be able to get the list of all the tables. So now getting the list of the columns, so the request that we could send for this would be group concat, then the column name from the information schema dot columns, where the table name is equals to users. So this would give out the all the columns from the table name users. So now once these information is obtained, so it's pretty simple to go ahead and dump the data. So now dumping the username passwords from the user table seems pretty easy. So the request for this would be group underscore concat of the username colon password, and at the end we write from the table, which is the users. So this would dump the username and the passwords from the users table.